All right, what is up, guys? Welcome to the September 11th patch note rundown. I know I haven't been streaming a lot lately, guys, or at all lately, guys, and I'll explain it all tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow for the launch of the new Edania content, so fear not, we'll be back up on the saddle tomorrow. So I'll see you guys all then, but for now, let's take a look at what's new in Edania, because I'm going to be demonstrating most of this tomorrow. All right, so the events that are off the table for this patch, it would be the Alan Servan's Landscape. For what it's worth, they had it disabled for like, I don't know, like half the event time, but you know, whatever, okay, whatever. That event is ending. And then the Imperial Horse event is also ending, so no more double Flowers of Oblivion. Hopefully you guys got all of that T10 stuff out of the way with the Patrigio event. All right, so Marni's unstable fuel support. For anybody that gets excited, this is not a tag event. Why they wouldn't just give us a tag event is beyond me. Probably because we just had one. I personally think there should be a tag event for the entire first 5 or 6 weeks that Edania is new here. Mainly because every time you transform one of your Edania armors, you have to re-tag, which is really frustrating. So not having a tag event is super detrimental. I also did tag a new class while I was out, and you guys will be excited to see that tomorrow. So there's a new sheriff in town, and it is not Deadeye anymore. Although she was fantastic, loved her to death. Either way, you're gonna get 100 Marni's unstable fuel for logging in, and that is literally the entire event. All right, moving on. That shit was dog. Okay. That was kind of dog, right? Okay, so the second anniversary events are not part of the NAEU server. It is only for SEA server or Asia server now. We should be getting the Arsha leaderboard rise to the top, but I'll be honest with you, last time SEA got this event, we did not. And I clicked on this. I looked at this a little bit earlier because I was thinking about participating in this, but basically there's going to be a time on the server that activates, and then you can earn points on the server for killing people, whether it's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. It'll be different. If we do get the event, it'll be different for NAEU, so make sure you check the times that it's going to happen. And then there's like a leaderboard for how many people you kill. So, you know, first kill 10 points, second kill 8 points. So like, yeah, and if you die, you lose 4 points. And it's only on Anon Arsha, from my understanding, because they learned the hard way last time. Now, apparently there's a daily participation reward, which is like 500 mil for getting 3 kills in a day. So definitely don't go win trade that with your friends. No, absolutely not. Definitely don't do that. No one would ever encourage you to do such a thing. Note will be on later. He'll help me with it. Daily rank rewards. Okay, so yeah, so whoever's first on the Arsha leaderboard every day gets like 3 billion silver. Second to 30th gets less. Yeah, you get less. Every position you go down, you get less and less and less. So that's pretty cool. You know, that's probably the best event we're getting on this patch, which is weird because like you would think that they would be wanting to bust out the new Edania stuff. You know what I mean? Like give us some big event. Nope. We're not getting shit. Fight to glory with your guild. AKAs, if you are a Node War guild, you're going to get 500 Kron stones and an extra, I think, a few 100 million silver. Yeah, and then your guild alliance gets like 10 bill or whatever. If you participate, you have to win a Node War. So before your life skilling guilds and the PVX guilds and my guild reassembled and reconstructed, before you get any ideas, you have to own a fort in order to get this reward. So you have to die or kill people 100 times, and you need to own a fort at least for like 1 second. Which means you have to last hit one of the fort, which is not going to happen unless you're a Node War guild. So like, you know, this event is basically just for Node War guilds. You know, like it is what it is. What are you gonna do? It is what it is. Valencia City. So there was an RBF event as well, which is, you know, just like the standard dailies that you get. You get, what are we getting this time? 200 mil. Ooh, that's not bad. 200 mil for the daily, and then 100 mystical spirit powder for gassing up your alchemy stone. It's not bad. You can also get perfumes of your choice. Pick the deep sea or the sturdy forest tread if you're a PvPer, but really the deep sea is Giga. For the rest of us that don't do RBF, put orders down on Elixir of Deep Sea. I repeat, orders down on Elixir of Deep Sea. That should be minting out by the end of the event. Completely dominate the red battlefield. Obtain all the following rewards. So this is once per family. You're going to get 500 crons, 6 sturdy forest tread, and 6 corrupt oral of immortality. That's kind of mid. 500 cron stones, whatever. Sure. Just do the RBF things one time. All right. So now we're done with the mediocre crap events. I don't even know why. Guys, I don't know. You would think that they would want to turn on the juice for this, but you know, hey, what are you going to do? All right. So the Edania Demon Realm Update 2 is here. All right, so there's a new main quest line for Tenebrub and Zephyros Castle. Those are the 2 new castles that we're getting on this. I'm very excited to see just how far out the Edania region can be explored. I don't know if it's going to be the entire continent, but like, man, it's pretty big. If it is the entire continent, it's pretty big. And we already have Zephyros and Tenebrum castles on the map. So like, I don't know how far it's going to go out. And we can already see the grind zones too. So maybe we don't get anything. I don't know. But the new quest lines will be here. I'll be running these tomorrow. That's pretty cool. Tip for better enjoyment of the main story. Try the auto skip lines. Yeah, okay, whatever. You can click like the auto button and it will auto play dialogue for you without you having to click R. It'll just like the voice actors will just go, which is kind of nice. Helps you enjoy it more. Edania adventure log. So they're adding the remaining adventure logs for the Edania realm as well. Yep, and 2 new castles. Zephyros and Tenebrum. Interested to see who becomes the Edania or the Edana of these castles. Probably the guy with the most gear, I'll be honest with you, as we saw demonstrated by Divios getting knocked out. Added 30 new subquests featuring the unique stories of Outer Edania. Okay, interesting. All right, so here's what everybody wants to see. The new bosses. Sadly, unless you have Pen Fallen God before this patch, you are not doing Kafris on day 1. It is literally not obtainable because you don't have enough DP. Okay? For those of us that were able to do Encelar on day 1 and were able to get lucky on our Edania armor, we get to do Karshan. I have 2 of my stones in my inventory. I did not enhance off stream. That would be griefing you guys. I did change my chest piece over. So like if we hit it, if the chest piece hits at least pry, we have 2 attempts. Assuming the chest piece hits pry, I'll be able to put on a consort and be able to show you guys Karshan, which is like the sorceress mommy. If anything wanted to make you roll over to a sorceress, it would be that face and particularly chest right there. But 390 plus AP and 450 plus DP for Karshan is insanity. Top 1% of the 1% content. This is crazy. Kafris is 395 plus AP with 460 plus DP. And to put that in perspective for all of you, I have full Pen Karazhan and a deck Sovereign Offhand with a Nuve Awakening Weapon. I only have 394 AP. So in order to do Kafris, for sheet AP, just to reach the sheet AP for it, you need to have full deck weapons and full deck Karazhan. You literally need to everything. You just need to be, the game needs to be finished for all intents and purposes. I will tell you this. This lights a fire under me to go get my deck weapons. So we're going to be doing Karshan for the first like 3 weeks or so until my DP is high enough. Once my DP is high enough, that should be in, because it's weekly gated dog water. I don't understand why it's weekly gated. I'm pissed about it. But assuming that October, I should hit like 460 DP, I'll make a run for the deck. I'll make a run for the deck Sovereign, beating the game, if you will, so that I can do Kafris. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It does motivate me to get out there. I've been feeling a little demotivated to go grind, I'm not going to lie, because Orbita keeps bugging and like, dude, it just like one-shots me. It's rough. So when it's not bugging, it's like robbing you of your crystals, and then when it is bugging, it doesn't feel very good. So it hasn't felt very good. I still haven't gotten my Jin crystals yet, which is frustrating, but you know, it is what it is. All right. So yeah, as you might expect, for doing the weekly for what's on Karshan, right? For doing the weekly for Karshan, you're gonna get 4 pieces of Edana. So yeah, you get 3 for Encelar, 4 for Karshan, 5 for Kafris. I'm assuming, 5 for Kafris right there. Then you're gonna get some Herald's crystals, which are the those are the pity pieces you need for your artifact upgrades. I'm pretty sure, if I remember the global app patch notes from forever ago correctly, but a bunch of energy of end times, or crystallized energy of end times, sure. and some other stuff in there. Sweet, 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 good stuff. Open the Edana to attain this according to a set probability. Oh, Distorted Crystal Virgin, Silent Crystal Virgin, and Flawless Herald's Crystal. So again, the Herald's Crystal, the thing that you upgrade your artifacts with. So everybody's going to want those. Okay, so now the Coffrus is, again, it's just 5. You're going to get 5. Everything else is like whatever. Like, no big deal. You're going to get 500 mil, whatever. But it's the same rewards. You're just going to get 5. A little bit more Herald's Crystal, I think, too, yeah. But you can get those while grinding anyway. Added AP, displayed AP DP requirements to the quest acceptance conditions for the weekly throne subjugation quest in Edania. Yeah, so guys, in order to do this, like I said, you gotta have like, bro, like I don't even have the gear for this. And again, like I'm missing exactly 1 upgrade before I beat the game, and I can't do Zephyros. So like, and it, like eventually you will hit the DP required, right? Because you'll eventually just keep hitting your Fallen God. So the DP is really not the problem. The AP is, once you're at this level, or early on, it's funny because like Aetherion AP DP requirements are reasonable. AP might be a little harder, but the DP is approachable. The DP requirement for Nymphomir, I'm sure a lot of you guys are struggling with that. That's rough. And then Orbita, right? Like that's Encelar. Like that's rough. But like as you get higher up here, 395 is hard. 395 is really, really hard. You gotta hit. You have full deck weapons, like I said. Throne of Edana, or at least 2 deck weapons. At least 2 deck weapons. All right, so how to enter. Yeah, it's the same stuff. Let's take a look at the, oh my god, look at that crown. This is the Dark Knight crown right here. It's also the Sork crown right here. If a Sork does not win this, you are all dead to me. Do you understand? If a Sork does not go in and conquer Mommy Megan Fox, well, in this case, it's Karshan, but for those of you that don't know, Sork's base model is based around Megan Fox. I'm pretty sure Megan Fox is the base model for Sork. But that being said, you don't go in there. Sork's got something to prove this week. You guys got to get in there and represent. You guys got to get in there. At least maybe a DK, get up in there. Now, again, this person has a penis. I know they might look very feminine, but you know, it's not your proudest fat, but it is what it is. We're really trying to focus on the headpiece here. The thorns look pretty cool. You can put that on. I don't know why they chose this armor here. That's kind of crap. But like, damn, bro, those thorns could go super hard. I bet you can dye them too. Those little like blotchy like gold symbol. I bet you maybe you could dye that too. I don't know. But yeah, that's badass. That's super badass. Guys, if you watched the video for like 10 minutes and you're a hero, please like the video. Love you. Thank you so much. Look at you scrolling down to like the thank you guys. Thank you. Okay, let's do it. That's sick. All right, new monster zones. So, God, bro, she is really jutting her chest out there. That's impressive. Holy moly. All right, so Tenebrum Castle's Karshan's Domain. We don't exactly know how this grind zone works. We'll reference Hugh Hotbar. God bless Hugh Hotbar. God bless Hugh Hotbar. But level 65 zone, although I don't think you have to be level 65 to grind there. You just need total AP 390, which is like 1890. Like total AP, which I have. I'm pretty sure. Man, actually, that's gonna be kind of hard. I only have a wand crystal. This might be a little tough on me, but well, I'll figure it out. Regardless, displayed DP 450, 760. So like, yeah, I'll be able to do this grind zone. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You're gonna get the Han crystal here instead of the Jin crystal, so you'll just keep upgrading the crystal. The Edania damage crystal and the DR crystal that you get will get another upgrade here. Herald's crystal, like I said, that's going to upgrade your artifacts. Everyone on the server is going to need those. Those are always going to be super valuable. I wonder if the Herald's crystal could be sold on the marketplace. I don't know yet. Either way, the trash loot's 147,630. Kind of heavy, 0.3. And then let's see, the titles are Deliver of Knowledge. It might be, maybe they meant to say Deliverer, but Deliver of Knowledge doesn't make any sense, bro. Dude, like, come on, guys. Like, did no one on the CM team translate this for them and be like, oh yeah, that should have an extra ER? That's all right. We let Conqueror of Black Power get through for killing the Black Spirit in Medaya. That eventually got removed too, but it took years. Got Lord only knows. Gold Lit Guardian. That's pretty cool. Crackle and Flash. Those are pretty cool for killing various amounts of monsters in that monster zone. Now, and this monster zone looks really cool. I love the little toads. Little stoneback toads, if you will. Pretty cool. Love to see that. 395 AP, 1980 recommended AP. Holy shit, brother. I don't even know if you can hit that. I mean, we're going to try it. I'm going to try it on day one, guys. I'm going to try. I'm going to pump. I'm going to put full AP crystals on, and we're going to run that. We'll see how it goes. Recommended DP 460. Ah, dude, you don't need DP. Who cares? Yeah, that's for the birds. That's what the Sorks told me anyway. Also DKs. Who gives a shit about DP? All right, so yeah, you get better drops here. It's the same Hans, it's the same Heralds. I'm sure they're just higher drop rates. It's Trash Loot, ironically, is actually a little bit less, 126.98k silver against 147.6. So yeah, a little bit less, but you probably kill them a lot faster. So it is what it is. All right, so the titles you get here are Too Hot, The Eternal Sauna, Heat Advisory, and Smokin'. Okay, that's cooking. All right, yeah, these are some good titles. Those are some good titles right there. I respect it. Added new weekly boss subjugation quests for the castles. Yeah, so make sure you pick up the weeklies, guys. They give you 5 Han Crystal of Ruin and 10 or 15 Energy of End Times, depending on which zone you did. Ooh, but you have to meet the recommended APDP. That sucks. That blows. Wait a minute. Can you do the weekly at every spot? Oh, shit. So we're just going to go do through the weekly for all of these. That's all my energy end time right there, bro. That's a lot of energy of end time. Assuming that Aetherian, Nymphomere, and Orbita give that too? Or at least give some? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. Kabua's and Dehkia's heralding artifacts. All right, so this is what I was talking about before. I'm not going to read through all this. I'm just going to give you the TLDR here. Basically, Flawless Herald's Crystal drops from the brand new grind zones, only the top 2 grind zones in the game. You need 100 of the Pities, which is the Herald Crystal, to make the Flawless Herald. Okay, you need 100 of the Pities, 100 Sharps, 100 Magical Shards, and 100 Magical Lights, or 200 Magical Lightstone Crystals. So it is still expensive to craft, but it reforms your artifacts. It gives your Kabua's artifacts, which is the one everybody cares about, extra AP against monsters +3. Awesome, guys! Also, 5 monster damage reduction, 250 HP. Bro, I don't know. I feel like maybe we are running on a treadmill. Maybe we are, you know? Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. That is not like a super significant upgrade. I don't really know what they're like. 3 and then 5 monster damage is better. 250 HP is like, okay, sure. Yeah, because then you get 500 HP. That's significant. All right, but the Dehkia heralding artifacts, so like the Dehkia artifacts, you can do your DR and evasion artifacts. Now you can get 6 AP on each artifact. That's 12 total AP so that you can do no damage. Because the game is still too tanky. Still too tanky. Max HP plus 250. So immediately 500 HP against 12 hidden AP. The 500 HP wins every time in PvP. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I don't know. So adding more tanky stats all the time. What are you gonna do? But it upgrades your artifacts. That's pretty cool. All right, let's scroll through here. So it looks like Central Market's prices. Okay, so you can buy them on the marketplace. Flawless Herald's Crystal is gonna be maxed out at 5 bill all the time. There's every single player on the whole server. Only 1% or less than 1% of the players can actually grind for this stuff. And 100% of the players are going to want these. You know, maybe not right away, but eventually. So those are always going to be maxed out. Han Crystal of Dusky Ruin. All right, AP against Edania monsters plus 60. So you really kind of need that to hit the final monster zone there. Monster damage reduction plus 20. Okay, yeah, that's really good. Yeah. Slightly step up from the Jin, which I think is 50 and like 15 or something. Can't be registered on the central market, just like the others. All right, so here are the, these are the boss encounters. These are the boss encounters. Woo! They made it so that you can't fall off. Good. Excellent. Probably good for Valkyries, you know, because they're gonna charge right off the edge. You know, those people are stupid. Zephyra, Okay, so the lava circle has grown darker, so they made it darker. Like they just removed the fog. It doesn't look darker. It just looks like they removed the whatever. Okay, I don't know. Whatever. I wish the lava was did way more damage to you. Class changes. Nobody cares. Fix the awkward animation that occurred when using Marni rounds for the canary with love. Oh my god. Yo. Okay, I'm not okay. I hate taking credit for stuff, but I think that because I was yo, I told the CMs while they were in the chat, I was yo, I keep getting this fall animation during my. This is the Magnus skill for Deadeye, and they were like, we'll look into it. WCM team right there. I'm not saying it was necessarily just me, but there's a big W for the Deadeye community. I am saying that I did directly give that feedback, so at least we helped with it. Lon, no one cares. I'm just kidding. Phantom Dance fixed an issue where your crimson glaze were displayed during the falling animation while using these skill. Whatever. All right, so the contribution point cap has been increased to 501. Technically, you could still hit that before, but now the soft cap is going to be 501. Anyone that was over 501 contribution before, and this is a good change, by the way. I'm just a little upset that I blew all of my contribution stuff before they changed it. So, anybody else mad about that? I'm kind of mad about that. Anyone that was over 500 contribution had their contribution adjusted, and they're giving you a bunch of extra stuff. So, you guys are getting your shit back. But anyone that's in, the 400s, like me, is cooked. But yeah, it's going to be a lot easier to level up your contribution beyond 400 now, all the way to 501, which is the new soft cap. The EXP is down when compared to before. 600, by the way, this is set as the practical limit for contribution points. 600. I have never, Taylor Swift ever, in Black Desert history, seen the developers say, this is the maximum limit. I've never seen that written, typed before. It's never been a thing. I'm sure that now that people know that there's a limit, they're going to be pissed. Well, mainly because they're going to go get to the limit. I'm curious who's going to be the first one to 600 CP. And why is it by Rock Han? Because that dude's a freak. All right. So, yeah. Your contribution points, if you're over 501 already, are adjusted. So, I'll let you read through it. But if you were before CP before the update, 501. EXP before update from below. CP after update, 505, 507, 509, 511, 513, right? So they're giving you more contribution if you were over 501 contribution before. But everybody else, you. Your CP will increase by 1 for every 10% EXP gained by 502 or above. Insane. Okay. Item. Updates to the Advice of the Valks and Enchanted Scrolls, plus 100 or lower. As your journey in Black Desert continues to grow and gain access to higher level gear, the need for Advice of the Valks, especially those with higher enhancement chances, has grown. To keep pace with these changes, we've updated the Advice of the Valks boxes. Previously, opening these boxes would give you a random Advice of the Valks within a set range. Moving forward, these boxes will be removed, and you received a guaranteed Advice of the Valks with fixed equivalent value in their stead. Yo, they're removing RNG? Huh? Wow, so they're actually just removing RNG from the game. That's uncharacteristic. What's it going to cost us? Sausage. Additionally, that's a W. Additionally, we decided to remove Enchanted Scrolls. Good, because you had to craft them before. Which required an extra step of processing with Blackstones. Instead, you'll be able to receive Advice of the Valks with equivalent enhancement chance, streamlining the process. Oh, so now instead of rolling these boxes, they're just going to give you 30, 40, 50, and 60 stacks. That's really good, which is higher than the maximum you could get out of the boxes anyway. Enchanted Scrolls, they're just going to give you the Advice of the Valks equivalent there. Added a new exchange option for chilling fragments via managed currency. Debo rings. Okay, whatever. Trial of Erethea. Ooh, okay, we getting an update on this week. I like running my limbo seals when I get them, mainly because it's kind of a break from grinding, you know. When the Debo ring was first released, adventurers could obtain it by entering the Trial of Erethea with the Forgotten Limbo Seals, which I have 2 expired ones of. Based. Which were dropped in certain monster zones. Hopefully they just remove the expiration. Now with the game updated all the way to Edania, there are many more ways to get the Debo ring. No need to go through the Trial of Erethea anymore. With that in mind, we've decided to streamline the process. Instead of keeping the Trial of Erethea as exclusive content, Forgotten Limbo Seals will now grant the Deboreka ring instantly upon use. This change should make acquiring the ring much more convenient for everyone. What? We're just removing it? The removed trial? Bro. What did I just say? What did I just say? God, bro. This is what I get. I step away from BDO for like a week. A week! Come back and this happens. Why would they remove it? They spent so much time developing it. It was good content. It was reasonable. All they had to do was remove... like the timer on it. Just like don't let the Erethea like limbo seals expire. Like the Forgotten Limbo Seals expire. It's literally just that simple. I don't understand why you would remove the content from the game. So now you're gonna get a limbo box that gives you a limbo chest and forgotten chest. So 2 Debo rings. Because you're guaranteed to get 2 from the... Maybe it gives you more. Maybe you have chances at more. Alright guys, so I've read through the Trial of Erethea. I'm gonna be real with you. I just spent like 10-15 minutes on this. I don't really know what's going on. My best guess is that... So what's happening is they're removing Trial of Erethea for some unknown reason. Nobody asked them to do this. I don't... Like literally this feedback was nowhere. But they're just removing content from the game. And instead now you're gonna get a box which you open, which I'm pretty sure is gonna give you 90 more boxes that you then have to open, which also have RNG, which can give you a Debo ring, but I don't really know. I'm gonna be real with you. I read through this like 10-15 minutes. There's no probability, like there's no percentage. I don't know like if it's guaranteed. I don't know if there's a pity system. I don't know what the difference is. Like why are we getting forgotten boxes and weakened boxes? Where did the weakened boxes come from? Why are we getting those? Who knows? We have no idea. All I know is they're removing all of the expired forgotten limbo seals on this maintenance, and I had 2 of them, and I was actually kind of proud of them, but fun was detected, so they're just going to remove those. So, you know, what are you going to do? All right. Now, Orbita Castle Monster Zone changes. We apologize. I bet you do. For any inconvenience caused by issues with Orbita Castle Monster Zone. Yeah, this really demotivated me, bro. I just felt like I couldn't grind there. It is bugging constantly. When it wasn't bugging, like the monsters are like trying to one-shot you. A popular destination for adventurers since its release. In this update, we've improved and fixed various elements related to the Monster Zone's mechanics that could possibly lead to unstable gameplay. Okay, all right, so there's a bunch of Orbita changes, guys. They're decreasing the DP requirement by reducing the AP of the monsters. Okay, so you'll need less DP there, so they're less one-shotting you. There's a bunch of crap about the Golem and the mechanic in here and the Titan. I don't know what any of this stuff means. We're gonna have to wait, and I'll have to play it on current patch to try to figure out what the new mechanic is, because I'll be honest with you, I've read through, again, I read through what's up there. I'm already frustrated. I'm already mad that they can't explain stuff in basic English. So, I don't know. All right, I'll read through it. Change that destroying the Grave of Faith and when the... Wait. What? Change so that destroying the Grave of Faith and when the Titan spawns. What? Comma... Sacred Grave Wardens of Dawn, Grave Wardens of Dusk, and Gravekeeper Golems do not die automatically. Bro, the English here. This is so poorly written. Change so that the Grave Wardens of Dawn and Dusk do not die when you defeat the Gravekeeper Golem. And pray so that the Grave Wardens Dawn and Dusk die faster when you successfully pull off the mechanic. Change so that the Titan will not be summoned when Orbita's Gravelight HP drops below a certain threshold. I don't even know what Orbita's Gravelight is. Maybe that's the tower? But the Titan doesn't spawn until after the tower is dead, so I don't know. Increase the wait time for the Gravekeeper Golem to spawn after destroying Grave of Faith. To change to the Grave where I don't know, guys. I'm gonna be real. I'm just going past this. I don't care anymore. Change the quantity of drop rates. So you're gonna get more from the Titan. You're gonna get more trash loot from the Titan. The Jinn Crystal of Ruin Raw drop has been increased by 34%. Crystal Energy of End Times is the thing people care about, increased by 18%, so that's good. So the drop rate is increased. There's a bunch of crazy mechanic changes that, honestly, I think it's the reason they're doing this. And the reason I'm a little frustrated right now, you can tell, is because they clearly cannot fix the grind zone because they have f***ed it up and there's too many bugs. And if we remember, the expansion was delayed because there were game-breaking bugs. So one has to think that it's probably Orbita that is the source of the problem. So they legitimately just can't change it. So they're changing it altogether. And I don't know. We're going to have to test it when it comes out, guys. I genuinely don't know. Balance the following monsters. Shorten the idle time. Yeah, I'm not even going to go through this. Quest and Knowledge. UI. All in one preset. And stop the timer. 3 years from the first mention of the all-in-one preset. And it looks like we are finally getting it on this patch. We've introduced a new all-in-one preset feature that lets you bundle and manage multiple system presets at once. The last Idle Ball, we explained the presets would be tied to each piece of content in Black Desert, swapping automatically when you enter that content. So, yes. Thank God. Thank Christ, bro. Because, like, seriously, bro, that's exactly what we need. Because otherwise, it's a chore. You know, grinding's a chore. However, this setup made it difficult to use multiple presets within a single content. If a skill was on cooldown in one preset, you couldn't switch to another preset to use it, which was a major downside. To improve flexibility, the new structure allows you to switch between the prepared presets freely, even within the same content. Oh, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that, because otherwise people in PvP will literally just run a full DP meme setup. And then the moment they get a CC, they'll just instantly swap to their AP setup and one-shot somebody. Is that what they're saying? With this update, you can store your food, elixir, skill, pet group, artifact, and crystal presets all together in the all-in-one preset menu, then swap between them as needed for smoother gameplay. For example, in PvP, you can save both an attack and defense-focused build, and then adjust instantly in the flow of battle. So they know... Wait, so you guys know that that's going to be a problem? And you still did it anyway? Well, uncapped PvP is dead. Everyone will be full DP memes in uncapped PvP. And then when they're safe, they will do AP. They'll very quickly swap to their AP. And then the moment anyone gets on them again, they'll just swap back to DP meme and move on with their lives. There's no cooldown at all. Like the fact that they know that there is, like, this is going to happen. And they're still like, oh, this is a good thing. That's not a good thing. You can't do that. Like, bro, in PvE, I just want to point out, for the PvEers, this crash out, not for you guys. You guys, love you guys. This is a W for us, okay? It's a W for the PvEers, all right? This is an objective win for us, okay? But for PvPers, and that's really what the all-in-one preset is really for, is like, you know, you're going to set and forget your PvE one, then you're done, basically, right? Maybe you'll set like a tanky one and an AP one, but like aside from that, you're basically done. It's really so that you can swap to PvP very quickly. Right, and even in PvE's case, you want to be able to swap to your PvP preset very quickly in case somebody bothers you in PvP, or like in open world grinding, right? So this really does affect all of us. And the fact that you can just instantly swap to your defense-focused build, yeah, so my recommendation, guys, is if you're a PvEer, just have a full DP loadout. Have a full DP loadout on your PvP-focused build, run your PvE-focused build, and go to Arsha. And then when anyone tries to come kill you, just swap to your DP meme build until they go away. Instantly. And then go back to your PvE one. And then they leave you and just go back to your PvE one. I don't know why they would, like, because this is going to be abused by everybody. In PvP particularly, I'll be honest with you, uncapped PvP is dead. It's completely dead. Unless they disable it during like Node Wars or something. By setting up all-in-one presets for PvE, PvP life skills, you can spend less time preparing for more enjoying everything Black Desert has to offer. This is an objective win. This is really good. All-in-one preset is an objective win for life skillers, for PvEers, and ultimately PvPers. But the problem is, it's gonna get abused into the fucking ground, bro. I'm telling you right now. The all-in-one preset function is yeah. So, yep. This is what it looks like. There's a big scroll bar. You're gonna have to set it all up. It's gonna be crazy. Yep. Skill presets, auto use item preset, pet, artifact. I'm sure crystals are down below and everything else down there. Literally insane. I mean, that's a huge W. It's a huge W. But I'll be honest with you, this is the most abusable system. We're never going to die in PvP ever again. This is the BDO's best patch ever. Ever. This is your best patch ever. Just make sure that you have a couple DR stones. A couple of these bad boys. Honestly, you don't even need the Jin ones. Just go ahead and type in damage reduction. Yeah. And then just buy, like, I don't know, 6 of these Jin crystals, or 3, honestly, 3 of the evasions and 3 of the damage reductions. Slap those puppies on there, put them in a PvP preset. Anytime someone comes to bother you on Arsha, instantly swap to those. Let him beat you around like a limp dick, okay? Like he's doing a dick windmill. Woo! And then just until he gets bored and walks away, and then you can go back to your PvE preset and keep grinding. I don't understand what they're thinking, bro. You can't, like, you cannot allow people to swap that quickly, bro. Like, all right, we're gonna find out. All right, so apparently hopefully, if there are restrictions on changing presets for each system, such as skill cooldowns, applying the all-in-one preset may fail. Okay, so your skills have to be off cooldown in order to do it. Okay, so that helps a little bit. That should help a little bit. Because up here, they made it sound like, it's like, oh, well, if a skill was on cooldown on one preset, you couldn't switch to other presets, and that was a major downside. So to improve flexibility, and that makes it sound like they removed that feature. And to me, I'm like, oh shit, bro, you can't do that. So clearly, it says that your skills, if your skills are on cooldown, you can't swap between the all-in-one preset. And if that's the case, it should be okay. It should be fine. In which case, it should be okay. But why would they say this then? To improve flexibility, the new structure allows you to switch between presets more freely, even with the same content. Even within the same content. It's like, yeah, this makes it sound like you're going to be able to swap between presets, even when one of your skills, specifically your skills, is on cooldown. And then down here, they say you can't do it when your skill's on cooldown. So we're going to have to test it, guys. We're going to have to test it. So I'm hoping that that is how it works. Because otherwise, bro, PvP is certifiably cooked. Absolutely cooked. But if your skill has to be off cooldown and there's like a little load bar or whatever that can be interrupted, it should be fine in PvP. In Black Shrine, you cannot change the all-in-one preset during the boss battles. All-in-one presets cannot be used during Red Battlefield. Sure, a function using the all-in-one preset is scheduled for... Wait. A function allowing for the hotkeys of all-in-one preset is scheduled for a future update. Okay, so that's the really big thing. Is that you can't even use a hotkey to switch between your presets, which sucks, but it's fine. This is an objective win for all of us. Let's just be honest. It's probably going to be really buggy. I'm just warning you guys right now. It's probably going to be completely... But you know what? It's really good that we finally have this in the game. It's a huge W, and it makes that checklist before you start grinding way easier. Or life skilling, way easier. Even PvP, way easier. So this is good. These are good things. But I honestly don't know if you're... It's kind of useless if you can't swap immediately to your PvP preset if somebody attacks you while you're in PvE. I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. I don't know. I don't know. Improve the monster zone UI info. Okay, what they do? Remove the text subcategories for party zones and Elvia Realm from the top of the UI. Wait, what? Removed the text subcategories for party zones and Elvia Realm at the top of the UI. What do you mean you improved the monster zone UI? You literally just removed the party icon. What? All right, maybe it's just the text, because it says the text for the subcategories. The party icon looks like it's still there, but the text is not. I don't know what that means then, but I swear to God, if they removed the party, I swear to God, if they remove the party icon, they're like, yeah, we're slowly phasing out party group grind zones. Don't tell Moshi. Added character-specific knowledge under the Learning the Ropes of Black Desert. Improve the emoji UI so you can move it with the mouse. Okay, fine, sure. Sweet. Improve the navigation of the monster zone so that when it orbit a castle, you're now guided near the failed Edana. Upon the background... Okay, updated the background video for the login and server selection screens. Ooh, shiny. No music at all. Well, you guys hear music because you're on YouTube. But there's some thick Corsairs right there. God damn. All right, those are pretty cool. Edania is beautiful, bro. Updated the game shortcut icon with transition. Okay. Wow, a lot of bug fixes. Okay. Pearl Shop. Let's take a look. Ain't no way. Secret Scroll of Equilibrium. For those of you that don't know, they used to hand these to us for free every year. They are reroll items. So they will reroll your character's EXP, skill points, breath, like stamina, like the HP, like the food thing, like strength, breath, and health. I don't know why I couldn't come up with health. Food. That's why I said the food thing. Yeah, so strength, breath, and health. Rolls those three, rolls combat EXP, rolls skill EXP. I think it also rolls your weight and your inventory. But you need to double check. Wait. Yep. Weight, inventory, combat, and skill EXP, and character level. Oh, so no, it doesn't actually trade out the... Yeah, it doesn't actually trade out the... Never mind, the breath and the shit. Breath, health, and strength just are not traded out. It's only weight, inventory, combat, and skill EXP, and character level. And to be clear, this used to be given to us for free. Like once or so a year. We would get it at like the Calpheon Bowl. We would get one of these. Now you can buy it with pearls. Yes, you can buy 2 of them for 50% off. Keep in mind, this is not the actual pearl value. It's actually × 3, so it's really probably going to be closer to $75 US, 25% off. So like you're looking at $75, $80 to trade all those. Yeah, that's crazy. Ultimate Edania pack. Oh, good. More Gamba boxes. Yeah, just Gamba boxes. Family Ultimate Edana pack, 50% off. That's definitely worth it if you're like an Omega gambler. Just make sure that you take the maid. From the blue chest, they are premium pack. These are never worth it. When Gamba boxes are around, if you're a whale, guys, you never buy these. Ever. Ever. You always buy the Gamba boxes. And I'm not telling, do not buy the Gamba boxes. I'm not even buying the Gamba boxes, and that should tell you something. Like, they're good Gamba boxes, but like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of burnt on this shit. I'm kind of burnt out on spending that much money on the game. Mainly because I basically beat the damn game. It's okay. Next month we'll get a second win. Next month we'll get our deck weapon, and then we'll beat the game, and then we're done. And then we don't have to ever spend money again. Right? All right, packages. Okay, Thea's Orbs. Choose your own pet pack. Whatever. Fantastic Young Dragon surprise. I think that thing's really cool. The blue dragon thing. The 3 Gosvies are pretty cool. Purchase limit plus artifact inventory plus 5 expansion coupon. Limit increase from 6 to 10. And you know why those are going on sales, because the all-in-one preset came out. Now people are going to need those extra artifacts presets. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, well, guys, that's Special Rundown. I'll be live tomorrow, hopefully in the morning, if not in the early afternoon, Central Standard Time. Back at it for the first time in like a week. Exploring the new Edana content and Edania content. Obviously, I'm going to be doing the new bosses, so tune in for that. I appreciate you guys all supporting me. I appreciate every single one of you continuing to support me, even though I didn't get to stream very much last week. I will tell you, for those of you that made it all the way to the end of the video, you're a hero. And you get the spoiler that the studio is done. The logo is created. And the remaining assets are currently in production. So, like, like they've been commissioned and are almost, you know, they're getting there. So we're getting pretty close to launching that content. Anyway, just a little nugget for you guys. That's what I was working on a lot while I was off this past week and change or whatever. Also, I got a new chair, as you guys can see. Absolutely a dream. New volume mixer, new headset, all this stuff to make sure that I could make content better for you guys. Now, I appreciate all of you. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys so much. I'll catch you in the next video.